Hi everyone, myself Arshit Raj. I will going to take over the presentation from here. So, as we have discussed, our project goal is to deploy a hardened WordPress web server on the AWS instance, which would be low cost virtual machine suitable for the low scale deployment. Uh, for our system is based on the LAMP stack, in which the L stand for the Linux Ubuntu server, A for Apache, M for MySQL, and the P for PHP WordPress. And we use a depth approach, defense in depth approach for the network and the mode security. This means we don't have to rely just on one security tool. Instead, you use multiple tools or multiple layers of security. And the first part of our presentation of our project is to be like selection of the OS, which OS system we're gonna use. So we got couple of options. We have three options right now in front of us. So first was the Windows web server, Kali Linux, and the Ubuntu server. Uh, Windows server is not suitable because it's is not the open source or the free. We have to purchase a license and use it is used more system resources due to the graphical the interface or for the GUI. Then it would be much more expensive than our requirements. The resources which we have. The Kali Linux is open source, it's powerful, it is designed for the ethical hacking and the presentation testing, or for the most powerful testing part for the production server. It includes many tools that increase the attack surface, but on the other hand, that's why it's not for the hosting a production server. And so at last we choose the Ubuntu server because it fits in our requirements, in our needs, as it is free and open source, lightweight and efficient. Also, we have long-term support cycle. It also includes the app armor, which will gonna strengthen the security policy. Also, compatible with our LAMP stack. So this makes it ideal for our both the performance and the security, which are our goal and the term need. And after install, first we install the OS in the Linux in our system. Then we use harden our system through SSH, which will gonna disable the root logins and enable the key-based authentication of passwords. Now, the second, we enable the automatic updates, ensuring that the security patches are applied regularly. Third, we remove the many unnecessary services, which will gonna reduce the attack surface and also not gonna have too much load on our servers. And then finally, we applied the strict file permission, ensuring that only the authorized users or the authorized personals can only have access to those files, which is necessary and for the security concerns. Now comes the best part, the web server. Which web server would we gonna choose? We have three options in our front. First is Apache, Niggins, and the Node.js. Uh, Now comes, it's also most of them work similar, have the same work like to do. The Apache is the web server where comes the Niggins is the reverse proxy. Node.js runs on the JavaScript runtime. Also the performance is mostly the same. The Apache is a little bit lag behind, but also can degrade the loads. It's manageable with some tools which we can use. So also for content, it's also good. Node.js is not stand out in that condition for the static content. It need much more extra handling, which we needs much more tools to be used on the server, which will gonna again implement much load on our server, which we don't want. So the Node.js won't gonna be our first choice. So we have chosen the Apache go with the Apache HTTP server, uh, as it's also allow us to filter the incoming HTTP request, block the common attack surface, SQL injection, cross-site scripting. That's right. Now comes the Apache modulation. So first we have installed the Apache web server from directly from the website, and also disable the factory listing, directory listing, and hiding the server information to or enforcing them to harden our system, and to configure some security features for the secure configuration. So that's for my side. Now I would like to call my friend to take over from the presentation. That's all in this module. Thank you.